Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. It's going to be a nice show tonight. It's super early, still blue skies. We got a waxing crescent moon, and I'm really going to try for Venus in a little bit. Let's see if we can get it tonight. Not promising, but I'm going to try. All right, just getting set up over here, so settle in. Going to be live for a couple hours. And we're going to see some electric moon. What's up, Happy Honey, Big Bear? What's up, Kimmy? What up, Sebas? What's up, Bom Dia? These early birds. Wait. Oh, damn. You got a carbon fiber lava guitar from Lava Guitars? Holy shit, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna look that up. Whoa, so cool. Damn. I didn't even know that existed. Bookmarked. So cool. Nice, congratulations. I know what getting a new guitar is like, so that's really rad. Crater that we're looking at right here is Petavius, the one dead center with the little line meeting the central peak, and then Stevinus to the left, and some tunes coming through. Let's do this one though. Have some Jupiter and Saturn, and let's see what else we got. Oh hell yeah, Happy! I'm so glad you're feeling good. It's exciting. All right, Langrenus crater right there at the bottom of Mare Humorum. No, Mare Fecunditatis, rather. Right? Yes, Fecunditatis. And then Mare Crisium. I'm zoomed in here for a sec, but I'll get us the wide shot. Mare Crisium looks amazing. And then Cleomedes. I remembered it. That's the one north of Mare Crisium. And then up at the top, that is Hercules and Atlas are the two prominent ones, and then Endymion to the right. And then way up at the top, what are we seeing? We're seeing Florey and Scoresby. Or like right around Scoresby, North Pole. Yo, what's going on, Ali? Ali, Captain. I see hexagons, right? Crazy. I mean, especially Mare Crisium. Anybody can argue that, oh, craters are definitely impact related, but then explain to me how Mare Crisium is such a hexagon. Shoutouts to Turkey. So we'll look tonight and see if we can't find some perfectly circular craters. I was also reading some of the comments on Thunderbolts Project videos today, and I got all pumped to talk about how silly some comments are. And then I considered it, and I'm like, I don't want to make my show negative, but I might read a few comments from the Lunar scarification video. It's just the strangest type of behavior where people comment and they just bully, and they're like, they feel really proud of themselves. They're like, you're a total idiot. I'm proud of myself. Enter comment. I'm like, really? That's what you got out of this? Out of the hundreds of millions of videos on YouTube, you came to Thunderbolts Project and looked at lunar scarification, and you felt the need to insult people. Like, how crazy that that's the world we live in. All right, that's my little rant. I might read a comment later, but I was just like, what? Give me a break. Also, it's so obvious that there are no videos. That's not true. There are like 3 videos of impact ballistics in a laboratory trying to replicate craters, and none of them look like lunar craters. And yet you have at least 4 different channels with electric discharge on surfaces that look exactly like lunar craters and Martian craters and surface features. And yet nobody really talks about that. It's like, you're an idiot. And they don't really look at videos. So, little rant. So annoying sometimes, but it's really, I think, the tougher challenge is to ignore that sort of shit and move on. Or at least introduce evidence. It's like, oh, forgive me for trying to teach you something, you know. It's this kind of weird double-edged sword of like insulting somebody while also trying to be, you know, it's faux respectful. It's more respectful to listen to somebody you completely disagree with and to be like, all right, that's fine, we can disagree. But to come and just tell somebody off is just the weirdest thing. What a waste of energy. What's up? What's up? Brenton. Little rock and roll stream. Yeah, what up, 24/7. Yo, what up, Goblin King, and P-Rogue, Pyrogue, Paragu. Well, there's the moon, where's the stars? Oh, I see, they're in the comment section. What? So, it's still pretty bright out. If I show you, I'll push up the ISO and you can see how blue it still is. So the sun is still setting. And we got some, I don't know, it's not really blue, but it's getting there. Again, starting early tonight because I want to try and get a shot of Venus, which is always at the horizon by the time I start streaming. So we'll see if I can get it tonight. Of course, I got Jupiter and Saturn in tow. I got stars, and what else we have tonight? Again, I'll keep an eye out for some satellites. There's a bit of haze, as you can see, but really beautiful waxing crescent moon tonight. This is day 4. I'm trying this whole month. We'll see if I can get how many moons I can get. 26.2% illuminated tonight. You'd think this would be called the first quarter, but it's not. This is the first 1/8. Yo, what's up, Carolina? Long time, Carolina. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Tune alert. Tunge. I'll get back to our view. everybody. Thanks for the kind words. Brenton, definitely make a request for sure. I was going to link you all to the music up on Bandcamp. Been updating this recently. Thanks to everybody who purchased the music on Bandcamp. I got some notifications, so thank you so much. I will send out emails this weekend. Check that out. Hi at the casino. Flip it for the edge coming up. Back here at the moon. For some reason, Venus is just elusive. I can't even see it. I think it's just too hazy at the horizon, and it's sinking fast. So, another night that I try, but the moon looks wonderful, and Jupiter is looking really great as well. All the moons are visible tonight, and I'll check Saturn shortly after I find this song. What up, Nicholas? Thanks for the comment. Like I said, everybody remember the 4K or max out the resolution. Make sure you can see all the crispy details of the moon. It's been super nice lately, I gotta say. I was looking forward to October. Actually, of course, it's November. So it's 1/1/1/2019. So October, November really are some of the best months down here, and get wildly crispy footage. So it's panned out well. I'm still looking for the song here. I'm going down the list. Did I relabel it? No. It's so funny when you can't find your own stuff. There we go. Hell yeah. Flip it, yo. And last night I did a little kind of eulogy for Bill Bryson. I think he passed away a while ago, but I didn't know. And then a new Spacian came through, Alicia, and she told me that she did the research and found out that Bill Bryson had passed on. And so yesterday's show was dedicated to Bill, and we'll just do this whole weekend for Bill, because why not? I just lost the moon, didn't I? There we go. There we go. Oh no, it's not my birthday. Did I say that? Oh no, definitely not my birthday. I was like, what? Maybe it says that on some on some website, but I think it's probably wrong. Definitely not my birthday. So, but thank you anyway. I know Carolina just guesses random things. All good. Yeah, Alicia Evans. Hopefully Alicia will come through tonight. But yeah, Bill Bryson. I'm just getting my thoughts together. I've had a long week doing the show and then jumping back to work and then doing the show, jumping back to work. So forgive me if I just forget names and stuff. But yeah, Alicia Evans let me know. So shout outs to Bill wherever you are, man. Probably just hanging out on the moon, of course, floating around in a plasma bubble. What's going on, V-Smart and Genghis Khan? Welcome. Happy Friday. All right, I'm talking over the song that I thought I'd play for y'all, so let me roll it back. It's my unbirthday. Wish me an unbirthday. Because honestly, it is very nice, but pretty much every day that I exist is pretty awesome. I know that's pretty cliched, but that's how I feel. Every day's a birthday, if you want it to be.
Flip it for the edge, flip it for the world, flip it for the edge, flip it for the world, flip it for the edge, flip it for the world, flip it for the edge, flip it for the world. Telltale's got it running downstairs.
Yo, what up, Carolina Sky and Mary, welcome. Happy Friday to y'all.
Telltale's running downstairs. always hanging out in Tetris corners, Tetris corners. The overarching columns every Saturday morning. Through my glass sky bodyguards. But don't you question the whole. We'll never question the whole. Don't you question the whole in my heart.
Alright, new tune coming at you. It's finally getting dark out. You can see Earth shine so clearly. 27 moon. Day 4, going through it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. And we'll hit up some Jupes and Saturn shortly.
Inside my soul, you keep me waiting. You keep me deep inside your soul. I keep you waiting. I keep you deep inside my soul. You keep me waiting. You keep me deep inside your soul. You keep me waiting. Somehow I remember that times in the dust, only everyone was us. We edged it once and there was this trust. We lasted and we ignored the through. I lived it once and for goodness sake, now into true. Tell the world what's new. Hues and blue broken from the nest as a seed rising from the west. Old time, see my rivers wide. Close eyes, oh bring my wishes back. Open skies, clear the rivers wide. Old time, bring my peace to life. Deep inside your soul, you keep me waiting. You keep me deep inside your soul. I keep you waiting. I keep you deep inside your soul. You keep me waiting. So I was
Oh no, dead space. I was looking for the song. I thought it was right here, but it's not. Here it is, though. What up, VW Blue Sky, and Justin T, and whoever else is joining us for this stream tonight. Now y'all are getting me real hungry. I wasn't even hungry when I started, but now the noms have moved in. Anyway, let's get some grooves on, and I'll zoom in.
What else can I do? I threw a line out for you. What else can I do? I lay my heart out for you. What else can I do? I left the light on for you. What else can I do? Oh, sweetness, it's so easy, let's jam it. Come on, spark that flame. Oh, so healing, fall back, beat it, the diving. But do they run and touch your feelings? It's so meaningless.
Welcome.
Leave it on the table, you know they'll tell you there's no way to go, but it's we could. What else can I do? I leave the light on for you. What else can I do? I pour my heart out for you. What else can I do? I let the light on for you. What else can I do?
Joe Salamone, evening, and everybody else lurking, hanging out, just rolling on some of these tunes. This is up at the Bandcamp link as well. Sun 5, Moon 8, 7:24 on the clock. Got the focal reducer, camera, and scope. Got a little closer in here. Let's take a little tour of the moon. Hey y'all. So, let's do something here. Because it's so clear and I just want to make sure I'm capturing the moments that we see some geometry or some interesting features, and this crater in particular is blowing my mind. I mean, we've seen it many times before, but now with this understanding of the electric universe and these hexagonal craters, I want to reassess this, at least for myself and for y'all. Just confirming what we're looking at. I think it's Jansen, but it looks so different on the atlas. Let me zoom out for a moment. Yeah, it's definitely Jansen crater. Anybody who knows the moon stuff, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is Jansen. And I want to look at it as pareidolia and as like inset craters, and you see you see features that resemble double lobe structures, boundary layers, very geometric formations, and you see this little hand coming out of it at the bottom left, and of course hand is just like a recursive kind of tentacle or fractal branch. Let's look at this. I don't think I've really captured it in this kind of detail before, but it looks crazy to me. It also looks like an Aztec symbol with the two eyes and the mouth. So I'm going to sketch on top of this. I think I'm a little bit loud too. Said this Jansen crater. See very clear hexagonal formation. That's first and foremost. And then within that, it has inset hexagons. Oh. I gotta say, I feel like the last few nights my mount has been responding poorly to the remote. I feel like maybe the connection's kind of busted. Alright, so there's that. Almost inset hexagons. It's got the tongue coming out and the eyes. Yeah, I'm trying to do this, but the drift is horrible. All right, let's see if I can't settle it a little bit better. I mean, the hexagon is so obvious, right? But and the other thing I was mentioning earlier in the show is that there's the video on Thunderbolts Project about scarification of the planets and the moons. And just the comments are so insane. I feel people just bully each other and are not really talking about the actual evidence. And further, though, like Thunderbolts Project should also put like a real telescope and talk about the moon. But anyway, we're doing it here. So I just want to draw on this hand feature that I'm seeing. Where's my little cursor here? This thing with the thumb. It's going to be tricky. And the 5 fingers. that. The one on the moon looks like Knuckles. I mean, it has so much definition. Alright, so there's that, and then let's draw the Aztec god. Again, that's the eye, and the nose, and the mouth, and the tongue. Almost insect. Almost looks like a monkey head. Hardcore pareidolia tonight. Yeah, and the thing is, Happy Honey Big Bear says, but come on, TBS, it's clearly hexagons. How can they deny that shit? They're two different things as well, right? So like, you'll get planetary cosmologists admit to the fact that there are hexagonal craters, but they'll still lean on the fact that it was all via bombardment periods. And really, it's like a religious fanaticism being stuck to this theory. And further than that, I think partly the reason it's so hard to digest is because people don't believe that, or at least it's not commonly thought of, that the moon is electric and space is electric. And even people who come to the Thunderbolts Project videos say, oh, space is definitely not electric, but NASA thinks space is electric. That's the whole thing. Like, there's this weird disconnect between defenders of pop scientism, the church of pop scientism, that they don't even read the pop scientism papers that admit to using to understanding plasma, knowing that space is electric, that Saturn and Jupiter have magnetic ropes, that comets emit plasma, that the sun has magnetic loops and filaments. They even use the word filaments in certain cases. So I think really what's so insane is that people deem Thunderbolts Project like crackpots and fringe theory when they're really talking about the same shit that NASA's talking about. I think what's more fringe is going beyond Thunderbolts Project and beyond Sapphire and actually doing experiments yourself, like David at Electric Universe Eyes or any of those other cats. Even Sapphire Project is doing it because they're funded, but what if you want to do it for yourself? So anyway, I'm spending a lot of time here at Janssen Crater. Let's keep moving, but check out Janssen. So nuts. And look at all this this so much reminds me of just like erosion in a way. And it's strange that like there are regions that are this large that look eroded. They almost look like bacteria, like cellular structures and fat deposits, and also like crazy tripped out demon gods. I found us like a pareidolia. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna catch it, but I'm gonna sketch it. Check this crazy one out. No, not the monkey head. No to the monkey head. Rich Flynn, what's going on? I'll get back to the chat room in 2 seconds. Filament opponent. I just want to sketch this crazy god out where I'll move away from the word god. This crazy, like, old wizard figure. Have I lost it? I think I lost it. Oh no. Where'd you go? Alright, no, that was it. It was tentacle mouth. There it is. Alright, let's see if I can't do this one justice. It just reminds me of like Dope Smoker, this psychedelic rock band. See if I can't get that eye, the eyebrow. Of course it's not going to do it any justice. And as I'm doing this, I'm seeing all this Egyptian alien crazy shit going on. beard. Trying to keep it centered here. It's like the whole size of the screen is like the old man with the beard and the face, nostrils, weird dimples. I don't know. That was tough. Tough pareidolia. Hey, peace out, Justin. Catch you soon. Happy Honey says, man, I need to set up a lab. I'm telling you, well, at least like the people who pontificate about science should really like do some experiments before like aggressing people in YouTube comments about some random shit. Look at this other one. Weird Disney character. I don't know, you could look at it so many different ways. I'm gonna keep moving because we gotta get to Jupiter. So many faces, right, Ellie? It's nuts. Let's find some remarkable features. Exactly, it looks like Guernica. Alright, Hercules and Atlas. I'm getting a bit of aberration. I feel like there might be some haze. Let me mute this paint. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of footage, make sure I capture some of this. Exactly, observable, repeatable, reproducible. And then also, it's not just experiments, like people, what I've noticed is that a lot of people refer to studies, or scientists say, astrophysicists, astrophysicists say that certain yada yada yada. And even worse than that, it's like blogger interprets astrophysicist and says blah blah blah. You know, I think that's why experimentation is necessary. Like if you go to any one of these channels, from NASA to Griffith Observatory to Keck to Subaru to ESA to JAXA, you name it, go look at how they present content. I think the closest to like what I would kind of do is probably SpaceX. Presents space in a way that like is exciting and interesting and youthful and energetic. But pretty much every other agency and system, from even Google X Prize to like the Indian moon missions to the European Space Agency, is also bland and boring. And so I want to give credit where credit is due. At least SpaceX is exciting and taking it seriously. But at the same time, like, it's kind of still amazing that we're 50 years past the point of discovering that technology, and I guess we don't know as the public if there are really bases on the moon or people, or how easy it really is to land on the moon, because it seems so difficult if you can't get a little rover there regularly. But yet we can get rovers to Mars more regularly. It's kind of insane. Yo, what's up, Lost Brooklyn? How's it going? Welcome to all. I'm just going to pick a song here. Oh yeah, thanks for keeping me on track. So I was talking about like referencing studies or referencing scientists and peer-reviewed papers, accepted science, or that kind of language where it's like, oh, it's just that. Oh, it's just the moon. It's just blah, blah, blah. It's just this. Oh, it's just the Higgs boson. That kind of defeating language is really like what kind of crushes discovery and basically incentivizes people to not look further into things. And if you look at the Thunderbolts Project comments, you'll see a lot of people think like that still. Underneath a video that's inviting you to discover new things, there are people who are like, screw you, I don't want to learn anything new. And also, you're stupid if you want to learn something new, right? That's really what it amounts to. And it's so funny how it's lost on those people who are actually commenting. But there's aliens on the moon. Maybe there are, but I feel like somewhere deep down I know that space travel is probably possible using certain types of electrical charge engines. And if you can follow filaments through space, like tracks or networks in a body, like you can, how the blood travels from your toe to your heart, then maybe we can have some sort of like intergalactic space travel. And maybe that's how the satellites already work, based on these filamentary magnetic lines and using charge differentials to actually move through space. They call them plasma ion engines, but really they're not burning fuel in space. Or the proverbial they. What's up, Blue Copper says, scientism is a religion of lies for the elite Masons, Satan worshippers. That's a lot of stuff in one statement. It's so marketable, though. If you put that on a t-shirt, people would buy it. It's so funny how you can say all that and people are like, oh, hell yeah, sure. It's definitely all that. I'm super happy that the world is run by all these people. All right. Let's check out some Jupiter. Look, the reason I laugh about religion is because it's so insane to have religion side by side with looking at the moon or Jupiter or Saturn, knowing that like space is actually there. And then instead people are like, no, there are these other invisible things, these other invisible beings that are judging me. I'm like, that's so crazy when you have the moon and Saturn and Jupiter and the sun just like right there in front of you. It's so much the obvious reenactment of the allegory of the cave, where we're all living on this planet Earth, and so many people just like do not appreciate how insane it is that we're in space, or that we are space. So there's no need for all this crap about space that Flat Earth talks about has no relevance at all when it comes to electric engines. So I don't even know why people talk about it anymore, but it doesn't make any sense scientifically. But that's not really right. Like, it's not supposed to be scientific, it's just a religion. I will say, ether is definitely visible. If you look at the Chandra X-ray Observatory and Halton Arp's work, you can very much see plasma in action, dusty plasma along filamentary structures. This is what the universe looks like. There's no arguing with it because it's visible evidence. Everybody who talks about this, that, and writes comments and writes hypotheses, really, if they're not looking at actual footage of space for an extended period of time themselves, then there's really no reference point. All those people become pretty much irrelevant. To me, personally. People can believe them all they want, but if I look at somebody telling me about moon features and they haven't seen the moon themselves with a telescope, that's just utterly absurd to me. It's like a guitar player who's never played guitar. Somebody going up to like Steve Vai and telling him, yeah, I don't play guitar, but you really suck at guitar. That's really what it's like. It doesn't matter how Earth is compressed, but really, if you look up charge densities and pressure mediation, you'll see how compressed air works and how vacuum works and why there is such a thing as a null zone between two magnetic plasma layers. That makes perfect sense where you can orbit satellites. It's simple stuff. I've said it many times on the show, but just because the government lies to you doesn't mean that everything is a lie. Hey, alright. Here at Jupiter, I'm just getting the moons together. So I think it's Io at the top, and we got the Ganymede hypothesis. that what it's called? A Ganymede hypothesis. And then, wait, no. I always try and do Control Z in OBS, and there is no Control Z in OBS, which really is awful. Can I ask Open Broadcasting Software to include Control Z? Universe, make it so. Alright, I got some Europa and Callisto. Right, so the quick and dirty on collimation is that at the front of the telescope you have a little piece that screws in and holds the primary mirror, and sometimes it gets off center. So like when Jupiter's out of focus or anything's out of focus, you'll see that kind of donut or torus. If the collimation is off, the donut will be like misshapen, or like it just won't be centered. So you have to kind of take a screwdriver and tighten certain portions of the front to tighten the mirror and to level it off, because there are like 3 screws, I think. And I've only done it a couple of times. This one thankfully requires very little adjustment, but it looked really good tonight, right? So I'm pleased. I want to keep the vibe high, so let me find something a tiny bit less moody. Mr. Moody. All my songs are really moody. This one's not. Alright, so those are some Jovian Galilean moons. Let's see if Jupiter's got some detail. What's going on, Chris Kelly? Welcome. And shout outs to everybody lurking in the background. We're all in this together. Yo, what's up, Bamba Clat? All right, everybody, welcome. Eat all your fish, and big welcome to Jedi Princess. Thanks for hanging out with us. And who else we got? Let me know if I missed ya. And Ryan, what's up? All right, I'm playing this one back. Catch goes out to all of you. And I'm gonna head us over to the moon. Now it's camera to the scope, and we shall see some zoom.
I left home at 17. Couldn't tell you if I was living a dream. What could I do? For a while I played the field. How could I prove the hidden yield without the blues to feel? My heart was cruel and left no residue. Catch me if you fall, catch me when you're low. The loot goes higher, as friends used to know. Catch you when you fall, catch you when you're I love you, take a good look, it's a simulation. Wake up, it's solitary. Wake up, it's imaginary. And don't you know, your life is worth more than what you have, take a good look, it's a simulation. Wake up, it's solitary. Wake up, it's imaginary. Man, don't you know, your life is worth more than Catch me if you fall, catch me if you're low. The loot goes higher up, as fast as you can go. you heard. I believe it, make it beautiful. You don't have to say a word. If you can love other people, just forget about what you heard. I believe it, make it beautiful. I'm shining my light, shining through the prison dagger, sharing my love. Turning into the light in my life, shining through the prison dagger, chilling wine. Cause tonight alone, she has no light. Shining through my prison dagger, losing my mind. Crawling through the chasm dagger, chasing my mind. Moving through the pile of dragon, rhythm time. You don't have to say a word. You can love other people. I'm out on the line, then let it sand all turns around. Pick a fall, raising your hand. The real posse showing up, taking my rain from the biggest down to the electrical charge. This is one thing, go back to the years now. And I heard there's a whole vibration. You don't have to say a word. If you can love other people, just forget about what you heard. I believe it, make it beautiful. You don't have to say a word. If you can love other people, just forget about what you heard. I believe it, make it beautiful. Shining my light, shining through the prison dagger, sharing my love. Turning into pink and violet, healing my life. Shining through the prison dagger, chilling in mine. Cause no matter what we do, counting the light. Shining through the prison dagger, losing my mind. Crawling through the chasm dragon, chasing my life. Moving through the plasma dragon, rhythms in time. Rhythms in time.
Yo, what up, everybody? Shout out to Secret Handshake Bear. What's going on, Brisbane? And thanks for all the kind words about the tunes. We got some clouds moving in. I feel like they're trying to tell me something. Clouds rolled in, my stomach grumbled. So that's what's going on. Everybody's cooking food. I can smell it nearby. Keep the tunes going for a little bit longer. Yo, what's up? What's up? Man, that was an amazing slice of pizza and just enough coffee. So I'm very thankful. Clouds are moving through, and I'm gonna get in there and draw some geometry on the moon. Great to see everybody. More Jello and Jedi Princess and Ellie and Bomb and all of y'all. Carolina sky. How's the weather where everyone's at? And can you see this wonderful moon? I think Jupiter is done for tonight. And I'll mention again why it's relevant. These hexagons are really just an incredible new and interesting frontier in planetary studies. It's one of those things that, you know, when I grew up, I figured, like, the way science is presented to us is that things are already solved, and really our simple-minded people can't understand science and figure great things out. And I feel like being able to dive into lunar geology from your backyard is just incredible. And so the relevance of hexagons, actually let me just adjust the view. The cloud's definitely cleared. It's awesome. Gotta roll this chorus back. Let's talk about it. Honey Big Bear says clear, cloudless, and cold in Denver tonight. That's great. You must have a really nice, I'm assuming, do you have a nice view of the moon? It must be nice and crispy. Do you live up high or on the low? Actually, I haven't really been to Colorado, so I don't know what that really looks like, but I feel like there's elevation. So do you live high up? Who else? Ryan, shout outs to you. Bomdia moved her PC. Carolina Sky Astronomy says, I got clear skies for the next 2 nights, so I will be out with my telescope and getting some video footage. It's rad. Like I said, this month and the next couple of months should be really some of the best footage. And then the 11th is going to be interesting. I'm going to try and get that Mercury transit. We'll see if that works. I have to set up in a weird place for it to happen, but I'm sure things have always aligned correctly. Like last time there was a lunar eclipse, and I can't even believe I had the setup where I did on the staircase, and it all worked, and I was able to run the stream. So let's see. Brisbane is very warm now. Spring has sprung. My slice and coffee was as dank as it possibly could have been. So I'll share that with y'all. Happy Honey says it was great. Win, but the best pizza is in New York. We can discuss that. So let's see. For me, it was, everyone talks about Grimaldi's, but I think in the East Village, there was this place that made like a folded pizza. I'm just trying to remember the name of this place, but it was unbelievable. I ate there every day, and I completely forgot the name of it, but I'm going to pull it up right here. Song to play. What up, Michael Wise? Of course, Lombardi's on Spring. Everyone thought Artichoke was the best, but I didn't think Artichoke really kind of held up. What else? There was, yeah, Lil Frankie's. It's like Lil Joe's. Lil Frankie's on 1st Street and 1st Avenue has like a folded pizza that is just so unbelievably good. Just destroys all other pizzas for me. But Lombardi's always great, and Two Boots, you know, was that kind of, instead of, I know a lot of people talk about Ray's Pizzeria, but Two Boots with the semolina crust. And what else? There are a couple more like artisanal pizza places, but really for me, Lil Frankie's, Lombardi's, and probably Grimaldi's in Brooklyn. Ray's on 71st in Amsterdam, of course, so many times. And the wine shop, yes, I know. No, I had Ray's for like 12 years. Until I just was like, no, I'm going to start cooking my own food. You kind of lose a taste for New York pizza after a while. I don't know. I did at least. But once in a while, it's so great. I love the Ray's in the West Village. That was like near the subway stop. Lombardi's on Prince Street. Prince and Spring, I think. Prince and Elizabeth, I think. But I'm sure there's a ton of new places. I haven't been back in a while. I mean, Grimaldi's, like, there's like an hour-long wait. The crust was really good, but I don't know if it was really worth the wait. I mean, I've definitely had like some excellent slices at, trying to think of this other place in Chelsea. I don't know, there's some really great slices. It also kind of depends on the day. Sometimes like places are better on certain days of the week. But like, oh man, it's not like, it's been so many years, I forgot a couple of the places that were really good. Like, there's some really great cheap pizzerias too, like in what is it, on Avenue C. I don't know, now I'm going down pizza trip, lost all sight of space. Yeah, wood-fired pizza with real mozzarella, exactly. Well, that's the one that I was talking about with Lil Frankie's. It's wood-fired, and the mozzarella is just amazing. Like, what did they do? There's just something about it. It wasn't a calzone either. It was just like a folded pizza with like salty mozzarella, like really good fresh mozzarella, ton of basil, and you know, with it you get the lemon linguine or lemon pasta, which was just like a ton of butter and lemon sauce and spaghetti. So just like complete carb overindulgence, but amazing. Better dough on salty sea days. Right, exactly, because bread and yeast, I mean, yeast is alive, right? So in the context of especially Electric Universe now, you think about food and how it all kind of resonates with human consciousness. went off on a tangent. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm thinking like what other places. I'm looking here. Ruby Rosa, is that right? Like I said, certain nights, 2 booths, which is not great all the time. Sometimes it's unbelievable on, what was that, like Avenue B? 2 booths on like 4th Street and B. Yeah, I swear by Lil Frankie's. And so, where else have I had pizza? I had pizza in Canada. I had pizza on the West Coast. I've had pizza like all along the East Coast. I had pizza in Europe. That was terrible. Really, I think like, yeah, New York definitely so far best pizza. But I gotta say there's pretty good pizza in Montreal. Montreal had some really amazing food. Let's see if any of y'all are super old school New Yorkers. So there were a couple of places on the Upper West Side that closed like way long ago, but that I remember from when I was a kid that really kind of defined the staple junk food, but elevated the staple junk food. So there was Diane's Burger on the Upper West. There was J.G. Mellon on the Upper East. I think J.G. Mellon is still open, but like I'm talking about like 80s, so early 90s. So J.G. Mellon, Diane's Burger, Steve's Ice Cream, where they used to take ice cream and like smash it around on a board and like roll it around with all the stuff. There was a Ben & Jerry's stand before Ben & Jerry's went corporate and like became huge. They had this little stall, and what else? And I think really Ray's was my first, like Ray's on, I gotta say probably that one on Amsterdam, on 71st and Amsterdam. But I know there was another one a little bit lower down. I'm trying to think, like, is it 58th Street? So yeah, but if anybody remembers Diane's, oh, and then there was a place that sold crabs called Sidewalkers. Happy Henny Big Bear, yeah, Steve's. So old school. Yeah, cash only at Mellon's, and Mellon's has got those waffle fries. That was the best. But I gotta say, when I like left, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, J.G. Mellon's burger was just not like I remember it when I was a kid. There's just something, there's a smell of that place. Yeah, that's the one Cold Stone ripped off, exactly. But Cold Stone's nothing like Steve's. Steve's was like really, really good ice cream, and like all the toppings were like super premium. It was more like the toppings that you get at frozen yogurt places now, like, I'm trying to remember that place that was really good. I think Pinkberry. But also Pinkberry went downhill too. But Pinkberry originally, the first Pinkberry with like, just like the, what was it, like currant with mochi marshmallows and icy blueberries. Oh my God, yeah, just forget it. Just load them up on the mochi and iced blueberries on top of really any like base flavor, base ice cream yogurt. Are we gone down the food rabbit hole deep enough? Le Bar Bat, yeah, exactly, definitely. By the wine shop, I know. Well, exactly, that's Wines and Spirits, right? I'm getting them muddled. There's a smaller wine shop on Amsterdam, and then next to the weird shops that like some chocolate place opened up too. So Pinkberry was really good, like stuff that people I don't think have really had, but now it's kind of permeating. But there was this place called it was really the Japanese food that like doesn't really exist in places. I mean, I found it on the West Coast, but New York has like the ramen in the East Village that is just out of control on St. Mark's, and that also went downhill. But holy shit, really good ramen with the slow poached egg, the molten eggs, and the pork. I mean, I don't eat meat anymore, but man, those days when the pork was right, and the molten egg, and the shoyu ramen, forget it. Top of the line, like junk food. Wait, did somebody leave? Carolina Sky Astronomy, take care, brother. Have some good tunes and good skies. All right. All right, y'all. I think that's it for me tonight. Keep it real chill, and I'll be back tomorrow to keep this space train going. Got a last shot here of Jansen Crater. Such an amazing view, if I may say so. And you can see, let me see if I can show you all this, because this is crazy. It's like a, what is it, never fails to fall. Never falls to fail. Alright, not that hexagon, but this feature. So, I know a lot of people are like, oh, hexagons, they don't mean anything, blah blah blah, but what is about this feature right here, which is This is basically spiral arms of a galaxy carved into the surface of the moon, or eroded into the surface of the moon, but either way, the geometry is undeniable. It's not just hexagons, it's very defined formations that really shouldn't exist if impacts were the only cause. False alarm. I'm still going for a few more minutes. I guess it cleared up. Let's see if I can show a couple features before heading off. Alright, here's a very circular crater. But check this out. Because I don't want to be blind to the fact that there might be circular craters and just say, oh, there are no circular craters, but even these that look so circular have these kind of corners to them. I feel like that these circles really kind of trick you a little bit into thinking they're so circular, but you really need to take a closer look. And just in 1 second I'll zoom in and show you what I mean. Also looking for the name of this crater. A name. I think. Alright, so Terrentius crater. Let's zoom in here for a sec. What's up, Lumberjack? So, I just want to make sure, you know, because, look, I'm not against circular craters, but over I have top 10 pizzerias listed. Alright, here. So what I'm saying is that this Terrentius crater has this angle right here. And if you follow it down, you'll see that it's not about superimposing a hexagon, you know, in order to like call it out, but like for me I feel like even the circular ones just kind of create these boundaries, and at boundaries they create corners, like sharper corners. But then further than that, finish going around. Clouds are not making this good, but let's say this goes around, that curves a bit. But even here, there's a bit of a corner. And then you get this other thing, which is a little pellet crater, mound crater at the rim. Really what I want to show is the pinch over here, which is like the center of an eye. And this pinch is really because you have like a torus field. We'll do more of it as the moon cycle goes forth. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I love where I'm signing off at 9 p.m., but it's good. Get some rest. Stay healthy. Thanks, Happy Honey, Big Bear. Great chatting with you. Ellie, have a wonderful night. Lumberjack, sorry, you're coming in late. Bom dia, take care. Have a great one. See you soon. 24/7. Have a wonderful night. And Kimmy, you too. I know Mary was here. I hope you have a beautiful night, Mary. Carolina Sky Astronomy, hope you get some tunes and some views. Be Smart, and Michael Wise, and Brenton Imes, and Ryan in North Carolina, Jedi Princess. All you good peoples. I hope I didn't miss you. If I did, I still appreciate you. Catch you tomorrow, probably. Hell or high water. See you real soon. Peace.